And if he is doing what I think he might be doing in Europe, to guarantee that he's able to go play 65 games this year
and possibly make a playoff run,
and maybe make the playoffs and make a run with Luka and whatnot. As a fan, if I were a Laker fan, I support it. I support it 100%. I just would rather not be lied to. It just seems very weird to me that he all of a sudden has sciatica out of the blue that we've never heard of before, and we know everything about him because he's a public figure for so long. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, he's going to show up and play 40 minutes a game and look like he's 25 years old again.
Craig Carton didn't question LeBron James, he challenged the entire illusion around him. No soft setup. No media politeness. No superstar protection. He went straight at the injury, the timing, and the story fans were told to accept without blinking. Not by accusing LeBron of cheating. Not by claiming secret sources. But by doing something far more dangerous in sports media, pointing out the contradictions. And when someone dares to do that with LeBron James, it doesn't spark discussion, it detonates controversy.
There's a reason cats go to Europe when they need some help physically and medically to be able to play the level they want to play at. Like I've said in baseball, you know, I encourage my favorite baseball players to do as many steroids as possible.
Well, I
do.
So let's stop dancing around it. Do you actually believe this injury is real? Or do you think we're watching another carefully managed LeBron situation unfold in real time? Drop your take in the comments, no PR answers, no fan armor. Because this isn't just another injury debate. This could be the most explosive LeBron storyline we've seen in years.
Looked pretty good, looked pretty healthy to me right there.
He did.
Yeah, right. Remember when he put out his own video of him working out with like 125 pounds on the barbell, doing squats and whatnot? I mean, he's in great shape, obviously, right? Yeah. And then, of course, he did the big Hennessy reveal. Looked great, walking to the chair, drinking some Hennessy.
That had been recorded.
Well, it looked fantastic. Yeah. So it comes out yesterday that LeBron James is out for 3 or 4 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
Will miss the start of this NBA season because he has sciatica. Sciatica is an old person's disease, which it's like pain that radiates from your lower back, usually down one of your legs. That's the stereotypical sciatica.
Yeah. The moment Carton spoke, the conversation turned hostile fast. This wasn't medical concern. This was a direct confrontation of the narrative protecting the most untouchable superstar in modern basketball. A sudden sciatica diagnosis. Extended time off. And the familiar possibility of vanishing, only to return refreshed and dominant. Carton didn't say proof. He said patterns. And with LeBron James, patterns are gasoline, all it takes is a spark.
Back pain, oh my God! And it goes down the leg, and it's not fun, right? It's very rare for a well-conditioned athlete in his prime, or even just past his prime, to have sciatica. Unless you're like, I suppose, like one of these guys that's like a heavy weightlifter, and you're using your lower back muscles a lot, that kind of thing. And I'm calling BS on it.
Well, why?
Because I just saw him dancing last week, and that's not to do with sciatica, right? I hate to be that guy, but this seems to be the current norm for LeBron, where he's not ready to, either going into like an all-star break or to start a season or doing a quote-unquote meaningless part of the season, and disappears.
Because let's be brutally honest, LeBron James is not treated like a normal athlete. He never has been. Every absence is explained away. Every break is justified. Every comeback is framed as heroic. So when he's suddenly sidelined with a nerve issue right before the season, fans don't ask what happened. They ask why now? Why after months of intense workouts? Why after public appearances showing zero signs of limitation? Why after looking completely fine until he wasn't? That's the pressure point Carton hit, and he didn't let up.
That perhaps it's not sciatica, and he has lied about injuries before. Remember when he claimed that he wouldn't have been able to play in Game 6 last year in the playoffs had they not been eliminated because all of a sudden he had some type of MCL sprain?
Yeah.
And literally the next day he was dancing, right? Yeah. And doing like the move with your knees where you can't do that if you got sprained MCL.
Yeah, like a version of the butterfly felt like, yeah.
So, I get it. And if he is doing what I think he might be doing in Europe, to guarantee that he's able to go play 65 games this year
and possibly make a playoff run,
and maybe make the playoffs and make a run with Luka and whatnot, as a fan, if I were a Laker fan, I support it. I support it 100%. I just would rather not be lied to.
He didn't yell accusations. He didn't wave evidence. He said something even more unsettling: fans see the pattern. A superstar looks explosive all summer, then suddenly can't go. A player famous for durability steps aside before the grind begins. On its own, that's just basketball. But nothing involving LeBron James exists on its own. Every move carries strategy. Every absence carries optics. And every explanation invites doubt. That's why this story isn't going away, and why the debate is just getting started.
And I want to be clear. I'm not accusing him of doing it. I'm not saying he is doing it. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this ruse is all about. It just seems very weird to me that he all of a sudden has sciatica out of the blue that we've never heard of before, and we know everything about him because he's a public figure for so long. And then all of a sudden, 3 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now, he's going to show up and play 40 minutes a game and look like he's 25 years old again. There's a reason cats go to Europe when they need some help physically and medically to be able to play the level they want to play at.
Craig Carton didn't just speak about LeBron James, he hit him where it hurts. He went straight for the contradictions, the timing, and the patterns that mainstream media often tiptoe around. He didn't accuse. He didn't need to. He exposed the questions everyone's afraid to ask. And let's be honest, this isn't new territory. For over 2 decades, LeBron has existed under an unprecedented microscope. Every move, every decision, every public appearance is dissected. Fans adore him for his longevity, his dominance, his ability to play like someone 10 years younger. But admiration doesn't stop suspicion. When something feels unnatural, when it defies expectations of what a human body can do at 40, people start to connect dots, whether those dots exist or not. The injury itself? Sciatica. Serious, painful, career-impacting. Sciatica can derail a season. It can linger. It can even end careers if ignored. But here's the thing, public perception doesn't operate on medical textbooks. It operates on what people see with their own eyes. And what people saw was LeBron looking strong, active, explosive, and engaged. Months after workouts, media appearances, and endorsements showed zero visible limitation. That contrast sparked the skepticism. That contrast is why Carton could say confidently, "This doesn't feel right." And once the door is open, everything escalates fast. Because this is not just about an injury. This is about legacy. LeBron's career is under more scrutiny than any athlete in modern history. Every game, every absence, every comeback feeds directly into the GOAT debate. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Steph Curry. Those are the measuring sticks. And whenever LeBron's story includes unexplained absences or perfectly timed returns, critics see opportunity to question everything. Now, let's dig into Carton's points. Athletes often seek treatment overseas. Kobe did it, other elite athletes do it. Advanced therapies, alternative recovery methods. Procedures not widely available in the US. All legal, all legitimate. But in the LeBron universe, anything unconventional becomes fuel for speculation. That's where fans start imagining scenarios that may or may not exist. And Carton leaned into that discomfort, saying out loud what others hesitate to even whisper. Timing matters too. LeBron is a master of narrative control. Every media appearance, every business announcement, every subtle interview is calculated. So when an injury announcement lands right after these moments, people don't see coincidence. They see strategy. Image management. Story control. And naturally, skepticism follows. There's a cultural factor as well. LeBron has been at the center of basketball for over 20 years. The visibility creates fatigue, not hate, not envy, but expectation of decline. Fans expect the fall. They expect the arc to follow the same path as every aging superstar. When it doesn't, when LeBron continues to dominate, people search for explanations. They want the story to make sense. They want the pattern of human limitation to apply. But LeBron has rewritten that pattern year after year. He evolves. He adapts. He invests in recovery. He maintains a level of performance that feels unnatural compared to history. And that is the heart of the debate: evolution, or something else entirely? Carton didn't accuse. He provoked thought. He leaned into patterns. A player who looks explosive in the summer, then suddenly disappears with a condition that sidelines him in any other universe, it's just an injury. But in the LeBron universe, nothing exists in isolation. Every absence carries context. Every return carries history. Every move carries expectation. And the fans notice. They analyze. They question. Let's not forget the human element. Sciatica is nerve pain that can disrupt movement, balance, and endurance. Recovery isn't linear. Some days feel fine, others are unbearable. For a 40-year-old chasing championships, the unpredictability can be terrifying. Missing time isn't a vacation. It's preservation. It's about keeping what's left of a body that's been pushed to the limits for decades. Still, in the court of public opinion, nuance rarely wins. Fans demand certainty. They want answers, not possibilities. And when the answers aren't clear, speculation fills the gap. Carton didn't create the skepticism, he gave voice to it, amplified it, and brought it to the surface. And it's not just about injury, it's about legacy. Because LeBron isn't just playing games anymore. He's protecting a career that will be studied for generations. Every season adds weight to the argument that he's one of the greatest ever. Every absence opens the door for critique. Every comeback becomes a statement. Here's the truth: there is no evidence of wrongdoing. No failed tests. No suspensions. No proven misconduct. That's a fact. But sports fans have learned to be skeptical of greatness that seems immune to time. Baseball, cycling, track, dominant eras have fallen under scrutiny. So when a 40-year-old NBA superstar looks physically elite, people instinctively start connecting dots, even when no line exists. Carton's commentary taps into that collective consciousness. It's aggressive, yes. But it's also accurate in one sense: fans analyze everything now. They don't just consume highlights, they deconstruct narratives. They question motives. They challenge the official story. And when the biggest name in basketball is involved, the intensity multiplies. At the center of it all? LeBron James. Still chasing championships. Still dominating headlines. Still forcing debates no other athlete can generate. Whether this injury is routine, strategic, misunderstood, or mistimed, the spotlight hasn't moved an inch. When he returns, the noise will be deafening. Supporters ready to celebrate. Critics ready to question. Analysts ready to compare. Every possession, every stat, every highlight will be scrutinized. Every performance will feel like a statement, not just about the season, but about the narrative surrounding his absence. This isn't just sciatica. It's belief in greatness. Belief in discipline. Belief in pushing the human body beyond limits. LeBron has spent 2 decades challenging those limits. Now, even his downtime becomes part of his legacy. The question now: if he comes back explosive, dominant, and unstoppable, will the speculation stop? No. The cycle continues. The better you perform, the harder people search for explanations. The longer you last, the louder the doubts become. And that is the burden of greatness. LeBron lives in that space every day, admired, criticized, celebrated, questioned all at once. Carton's comments were aggressive, but they reflected the truth of the modern sports landscape. Fans dissect narratives. They question motives. And when the biggest name in basketball is involved, every word matters, every move is analyzed, and every absence is magnified. So here's the final thought: is this just a veteran managing his body, or is there something bigger happening behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like for more unfiltered NBA analysis, and subscribe, because when LeBron steps back on the court, the world will be watching, analyzing, and debating every move he makes.